Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'd like to thank everybody that's listening in to this video right now, because my goal in this video is to help you download a desired philosophy in your mind. Thus, the title is called Download Your Philosophy. Ooh, very interesting. Now, this is a continuation of my video called The Importance of Attitude. I want to encourage you all to browse to my page and watch that video. And if this is your first time, yes, you gotta definitely watch that video, so at least you can catch up. Now let's get right into it. Every single individual has their own philosophy that was either influenced by their parents, friends, family. It could be teachers, mentors, but most of the time, philosophies are impacted and forced, by bad experience, good experience, circumstances in their life, like financial struggles. It's basically life is a strong influencer to our philosophies. And that being said, if you can't control what comes in your mind, then you let life dictate what your philosophies and what your beliefs are. Don't you find this topic very interesting? Actually, if you were to ask me, I think this is very powerful. Because imagine, all our life, we didn't even know that we could actually have a set of philosophy that we could download in our mind selectively. So we don't have to have life and circumstances force download philosophies in our mind anymore. I mean, if you were to ask me, that's great. Because if you let life push you around and you let negativity push you around, then life and negativity will mold your attitude. The scary part is, a lot of people allows life and circumstances to push them around and force download these philosophies in their mind. But the good news today is, you are in control of your philosophies. You are in control of what you want to believe. You are in control of what type of attitude you want, positive or negative. Okay, now that we have said that, creating a philosophy and manifest it into a belief. Before you could do that, first things first, of course, you have to have a philosophy. And I'm just going to give an example so that for the sake of time, but you could do this on your own time, find your own set of philosophy that you want to focus on and download it in your mind. Now, here's a set of philosophy. Negative emotions are not welcome in my life. Negative emotions cannot harm me. Don't you think that's a very good philosophy? I think that's a good philosophy. I mean, how great would you feel? I mean, I always tell my friends and family this. You could go through a circumstance without stressing. So imagine that. You could go through any type of problems in your life. Actually, it's not a problem anymore because we eliminated that negative emotions. So there is no more problems in your life. It's just circumstances. So if you eliminate these negative thoughts or negative feelings, you'll just go through those same circumstances without feeling stress. Now, I think that's amazing. But keep in mind, philosophies don't give birth to a beliefs overnight. You have to give it time. It could take days, weeks, months, or years. And I'm sorry if you didn't like to hear that part, especially the months or years. But that is the truth. I would be lying to you if I say you could do it overnight. The good news is, this downloading process is true and you could do it on your own. Now let's go back to that philosophy that we said earlier. It's the negative emotions are not welcome in my life. Negative emotions cannot harm me. Now that's a good philosophy. Number 1, let that philosophy run freely in your mind. Number 2, think and say it over and over again. So while you're letting it run freely in your mind, accept the fact that negative emotions are not welcome in your life. Negative emotions cannot harm you. Think about it over and over again. Say it over and over again. And number 3, internalize it. Imagine the possibility of achieving that philosophy. So just imagine living a life without any negative emotions. No stress, no anger, no frustrations, no sadness, no irritations or no annoyance. Just imagine, fantasize about it. If your spouse would like trying to engage with an argument with you, you're not even feeling any irritations or annoyance or anger, or you're not being offended like you used to. Can you just imagine that and internalize that? Internalize it, fantasize it, and just keep on repeating it over and over again in your mind. Every single day, throughout the day. You don't have to think it every single minute or every single second of the day. Just make sure every now and then you think about it. I'm just going to go a little off topic here, because sometimes a lot of people always have this philosophy or set of thinking how they wish this person just changed his attitude, or why does this person have this attitude, or why. You're playing the why game and you're playing the which game. Changing your philosophy is easier to change than another person's philosophy, because only that individual has the right to accept or reject a philosophy. Instead of forcing somebody to change, it's easier to download a philosophy to be more compassionate and more understanding. Share your philosophies if you must, but please don't enforce them. Understand that every individual's mind has its own world and sets of philosophy. So that being said, let's get back to the topic. Now, I highly encourage you to write down a list of philosophies and start downloading them in your mind. But here's some tips. Download a desired philosophy one by one. Don't over-download. The key here is focus. Don't even try to be like a computer that could download multiple things at the same time. Our mind only could think one at a time. You cannot think two things at the same time. So the best thing to do is to focus at one philosophy at a time. Don't over-download. You will definitely know and feel the change when your desired philosophy has given birth to a belief. Once that happens, start downloading the next desired philosophy. But beware, don't play around. I'm going to repeat this again. Don't play around and download something negative in your mind. Believe me, you are going to regret it. Don't say I didn't warn you. Keep in mind, negative thoughts and emotions will distract you. And the reason why is because these negative thoughts and emotions was a philosophy that was downloaded, and it was given birth to a negative belief. So you will feel negative thoughts crossing your mind, but don't give up in downloading your positive philosophies inside you. When these negative thoughts and emotion comes out, self-distract yourself. Please refer to my video, Put Your Mind on Check. You're on the verge of changing your attitude. One by one, as you download your positive philosophies in your life, you will notice that one by one, these negative philosophies will be deleted as well. Now that you know that you're in control and you could choose and select your own sets of philosophies, I want you to start downloading those sets of philosophies that you want in your life today. Start today in changing your life for the positive. This is the time where I have to go again, so until my next video, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you guys all. Have a wonderful day. God loves you, and God bless.